How is this summer so hot? I mean, I know I will burn in hell eventually, but I want to enjoy the cold while I can. Now I have to wait 2 more months for it. Hello my beautiful basilisks and mythology and mind, you can call me M&M, and today we will take a look at the different ages of Greek mythology and watch the apparent downhill of humankind. Let's get into it. Oh, and apparently races is a better translation than ages, but I will be referring to them as ages because it sounds more time-like and it's also my video, so I can do whatever I want. And also I'll be shamelessly self-promoting a lot, so the one who warns is not a traitor. It's a saying in Spanish, okay? First, there was the Golden Age. This period of time began, I assume, when the world was created. The term, however, was coined by Kronos, and in this age, humans coexist harmoniously with nature, they didn't suffer, and they didn't age, though they eventually died. When they passed away, they became demons. Not the Christian concept, remember, the Greek ones, and they watch over the other humans. If you're a Greek mythology pro, which means that you are already subscribed to this channel, you may be wondering, but M&M, weren't the humans created by Prometeo when the Titans had already fallen? Yes. Oh, are you expecting an explanation about how these ones were created? This is Greek mythology. Nothing makes sense. This is basically all fanfiction. Another thing worth mentioning about the Golden Age is that humans were absolutely ignorant and subjected to the Titan's will. And that reminds me of another religion that loves blaming women about random stuff. The second one is the Silver Age. This period of time began after the Titanomancy, when the gods started ruling the earth. Before this, spring was all year round, but then the 4 seasons appeared, so I guess Hades started having sex with his niece around this time. I believe that this age would be Freud's favorite one, as the men in it had really long childhoods and were, quote-unquote, dominated by their mothers, which honestly sounds terrifying. These men were weaker and also unintelligent, because they didn't pray to the gods, obviously. Zeus killed them all, randomly, not reason at all, by burying them alive, and they become less important demons in the underworld. The Bronze Age was next. These were the humans that we talk about in my creation myth, but it is also said that their tools, clothes and houses were all made of bronze, which seems really impractical. And they were also really violent, which contradicts the Pandora's myth, and I like this version better. Go figure, I mean, men being evil because men instead of men being evil because women. I don't know, checks out for me. And even though they were super violent and basically killing machines, they weren't evil. I don't know what would classify as evil for these people if mass murderers aren't, but a-okay. According to some authors, we would have somewhere in this time intersected what they will call the Age of Heroes, where mostly Zeus' sons were roaming the earth, sometimes doing good deeds that gained them their title. When heroes died, they went to the Elysius, which would be paradise in the underworld, not like their bronze brothers, whom probably went sent to the asphodel meadows. And this age disappeared with the flood, so the second or third, depending how you see it, massive human genocide done by Zeus. The Iron Age is the last of them all. It supposedly starts with Pandora opening the box, but that doesn't make sense, as the survivors of the Bronze Age went to talk to Prometheus, and he was incarcerated, so Heracles hadn't saved him yet, so it was before the Heroes' Age. And I don't know why I try to find sense in this, to be honest. I don't think the people who wrote them try to make sense, so I think I might be kind of masochist. Also, this should be called the Stone Age, as humans were literally created from stones, but iron sounded better, I guess. Well, in this age, everything is bad, there is no morals, everybody lie, we destroy nature and the gods will abandon us. And babies will be born old, which is a fact that I love. And now we are at that time. But there are not all babies yet, so maybe there is still a few gods looking out for us. Clearly, looking at these ages, we can see the conservative view of the world of ancient Greek people, as they see the history as involution rather than evolution. And also they killed the gods before Nietzsche. Fuck you, my dude, you are not the real deal. And that's all for today. Now you know why I insist on you having a nice Iron Age. Morals don't apply, gods have abandoned us, we're all going to perish and suffer till the end, and also more, because I don't think we're going to the Elysius, and when everything fades away, the world will just restart. So with that beautiful thought in mind, have a nice Iron Age. Bye!